You know, one of the things, sir, that happened on your watch which intrigued me was the bombastic response from the Ministry of External Affairs to tweets put out by climate activist Greta Thunberg and pop star Rihanna. And I always wondered, with somebody with your sophistication at the helm, why would we react in the way that we did? Would it not have been better to just ignore one pop star, one climate activist, rather than have the might of India's Ministry of External Affairs wanting to swat them down?
Well, I am tempted to say, Rahul, if I had done that, you would have had no news for the next 3 days. So, I probably did you a favor. But more seriously, look, you've got to understand what this is about. Okay? I mean, it's not necessarily individual A or B or activist C or whatever it is. You actually had people calling on social media saying, go demonstrate outside Indian embassies. Okay. Okay, to you sitting in Delhi, it's not a big deal. You know, it seems like exercise of political rights. I am responsible for my embassies. You remember those pictures coming out of London when our High Commission was being attacked? You know, the mobs which were surging. What do you think it was like to be inside the High Commission? Okay. I am looking today, you know, at Canada. Okay. There are supposedly COVID rules in Canada which says, you know, not more than X number of people should gather. Now, for some reason, they are not being applied outside my High Commission and consulates. So, they regularly get, you know, crowds outside, clearly with a view to harass and intimidate them. I have people who you know, my diplomats get phone calls, sometimes threatening phone calls. There are people who are seen as sympathetic or associated with us who are being intimidated. So, look, let us not pretend this was such an innocent you know, exercise of nice people who are sort of having a debate. I mean, these are practical consequences on the ground. And this I will tell you, I mean, if I feel my people, my embassies, my high commissions are being pressurized, of course I will react. What kind of minister would I be if I didn't?
One of the things that happened recently, which was very interesting, is that in the middle of what seemed like a complete deadlock between India and Pakistan, the Director General Military Operations on both sides announced that there would be a reiteration of a previous ceasefire. This on the back of a lot of pounding of artillery shells and mortars in the bordering villages around the line of control. Are we seeing the first steps towards a tentative thaw and a resumption of our fractured relationship with Pakistan, Dr. Jaishankar?
Look, honest answer, Rahul, I don't know as yet, because it is certainly a very positive step that the DGMOs were able to agree that you know, the line of control and the IB would be sort of free of firing. Free of firing means that there won't be people crossing over from the other side, because you know, typically the reason why there is firing is infiltrators come, often they are given covering fire under which they cross. So, if there is no infiltration and no covering fire and therefore no counter fire, that assumes that the LOC and the IB are more secure, and there are ways of verifying that. That is certainly a positive step. Now, where that positive step goes, I mean, who knows? I mean, with Pakistan, all of us know, you know, there have been, I mean, not every sort of positive direction unfolds without its complications. So at this moment, beyond that, I think it would be premature of me to voice anything more than that.